Our senses are our windows to the world. They are the primary means through which we interact with our environment, allowing us to gather information and make sense of the myriad stimuli that surround us. We see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. Each sense provides a unique perspective, contributing to a rich tapestry of experiences that define our reality. These senses tell us about our surroundings. They inform us of potential dangers, guide us towards pleasures, and help us navigate the complexities of daily life. It's natural to think that what we perceive is a direct reflection of reality. This is naive realism. It is the belief that our senses provide an unfiltered, accurate representation of the world as it truly is. It assumes that our senses provide an unfiltered view of the world. However, this assumption overlooks the complexities of perception and the role of the mind in shaping our experiences. Critical Constructive Realism, or CCR, challenges this view. It posits that our understanding of reality is not merely a passive reception of sensory data, but an active construction by our minds. It argues that our perception of reality is not direct. Instead, it is mediated by cognitive processes that interpret and give meaning to the sensory information we receive. Our senses are not neutral observers. They are influenced by our prior knowledge, expectations, and cultural context, which shape how we perceive the world. Instead, our experiences are shaped by our minds and social influences. These factors act as filters, altering our perception and interpretation of reality. CCR proposes a layered reality. It suggests that what we perceive is just one layer, influenced by deeper cognitive and social layers that shape our understanding. There's the world out there, the objective realm. This is the physical reality that exists independently of our perceptions. But our access to it is always mediated. Our senses and cognitive processes filter and interpret the raw data, constructing a subjective experience of reality. Our senses, experiences, and cultural backgrounds act as filters. They influence how we perceive and understand the world around us. These filters shape how we see and understand the world. They add layers of meaning and interpretation to our sensory experiences. Imagine looking at a rainbow. This simple yet profound phenomenon can serve as a metaphor for our layered perception of reality. We all see the same spectrum of colors. The physical properties of light and water droplets create the rainbow, which is the same for everyone. But our individual experiences and cultural backgrounds influence how we interpret it. For some, a rainbow might be a simple scientific phenomenon, while for others it might hold deeper symbolic meanings. A rainbow might evoke joy, wonder, or even religious symbolism. It can be a source of inspiration, a sign of hope, or a reminder of a personal memory. This illustrates how the same phenomenon can hold different meanings for different people. Our perceptions are not just about the sensory input, but also about the layers of interpretation we add to it. CCR encourages us to move beyond naive realism. It invites us to recognize the complexity of perception and the multiple layers that shape our understanding of reality. It asks us to recognize the layers that shape our understanding of the world. By doing so, we can develop a more nuanced and sophisticated view of reality. It reminds us that our perceptions are not absolute truths. They are interpretations shaped by our minds, experiences, and cultural contexts. By acknowledging the limitations of our senses and interpretations, we can cultivate a more nuanced and sophisticated view of reality. This awareness can lead to greater empathy, understanding, and openness to different perspectives. We are born into a world of pre-existing structures. These structures are both physical and social. They shape our perceptions and behaviors from an early age. CCR refers to these ingrained patterns as second nature. Think about language. We learn our native language effortlessly as children. It becomes so ingrained that it feels natural. Yet language is a social construct. It shapes how we think and communicate. Different languages can lead to different ways of perceiving the world. Our values, beliefs, and social norms are also part of our second nature. They are often so deeply ingrained that we rarely question them. We may not even be aware of how they influence our thoughts and actions. CCR emphasizes the importance of understanding how second nature shapes us. By examining our ingrained patterns and biases, we can become more conscious of the factors that influence our perceptions. This awareness allows us to challenge limiting beliefs and embrace a more critical perspective. Subjective experience is central to CCR. It is through our personal experiences that we come to understand the world around us. These experiences shape our perceptions, beliefs, and ultimately our reality. While acknowledging an objective reality, CCR stresses the importance of individual perspectives. Each person's viewpoint is a valuable piece of the larger puzzle, contributing to a more comprehensive understanding of the world. Each person experiences the world in a unique way. These experiences are influenced by a myriad of factors, including culture, upbringing, and personal history. No two people see the world in exactly the same way. This uniqueness is shaped by our individual history, relationships, and interpretations. Our memories and interactions with others play a significant role in how we perceive and understand our surroundings. Consider a simple object like a tree. To one person, it might be just a tree, but to another, it could hold a deeper significance. A botanist might see it as a living organism with complex biological processes. They might appreciate its role in the ecosystem, its species, and its health. An artist might be drawn to its aesthetic qualities, its form and colors. They might see it as a source of inspiration, a subject to be captured in their work. A child might see it as a place to play, a source of shade, or a home for birds. To them, the tree might represent adventure, comfort, or curiosity. All these perspectives are valid in their own right. Each one adds a layer of meaning and understanding to the object. They demonstrate the richness and complexity of subjective experience. By considering multiple viewpoints, we gain a fuller picture of reality. CCR encourages us to value these diverse viewpoints. It teaches us that every perspective has something to offer, and that by listening to others we can expand our own understanding. It recognizes that understanding is not limited to a single objective truth. Instead, it is a mosaic of insights and interpretations. Instead, it emerges from the interplay of multiple perspectives. Each viewpoint is like a piece of a puzzle, contributing to the whole. By acknowledging the role of subjective experience, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of the world. We learn to appreciate the diversity of thought and the richness it brings to our lives. We recognize that knowledge is not static or absolute. It evolves with time, shaped by new experiences and insights. It is a dynamic process of interpretation and meaning-making. Through this process, we continue to grow and evolve, both as individuals and as a society. Section 4, Model-Dependent Realism, Navigating Multiple Perspectives. Model-Dependent Realism, or MDR, is a key concept within CCR. It proposes that our understanding of reality is based on models. These models are not exact replicas of reality. Instead, they are simplified representations that help us make sense of complex phenomena. Think of a map. A map is a model of a geographical area. It simplifies reality by showing only the most important features. Different maps might highlight different aspects depending on their purpose. A road map emphasizes highways and roads, while a topographical map shows elevation and terrain. Similarly, scientific theories are models. They are not absolute truths, but rather the best available explanations based on current evidence. As new evidence emerges, our models evolve and refine our understanding. MDR encourages us to embrace multiple perspectives. It suggests that no single model can fully capture the complexity of reality. By considering different models, we gain a more comprehensive and nuanced view of the world. Section 5, Truth in Context, Interpretation, Evidence, and the Search for Meaning. Critical Constructive Realism, or CCR, recognizes the elusive nature of absolute truth. It acknowledges that what we consider to be true is often influenced by various factors, including our personal experiences, cultural backgrounds, and societal norms. CCR argues that truth is not fixed or independent of our understanding. Instead, it is dynamic and can change as our perspectives and knowledge evolve over time. Instead, truth is always situated within a specific context. This means that what might be considered true in one situation or era might not hold the same validity in another. Our interpretations, values, and experiences shape our understanding of what is true. Consider historical events. The way we interpret these events can vary greatly depending on our perspective. Different historical accounts might offer varying interpretations of the same event. For instance, the same historical event might be portrayed differently in textbooks from different countries. These interpretations can be influenced by political biases, cultural perspectives, or access to information. A politician's speech might be interpreted differently by people from different cultural backgrounds. CCR encourages us to approach truth claims with a critical eye. It urges us to question the sources of our information and to consider the context in which these claims are made. What evidence supports a particular claim? Is the evidence reliable and unbiased? These are important questions to ask when evaluating the validity of any truth claim. What are the underlying assumptions and biases? By identifying these, we can better understand the motivations behind certain interpretations and claims. By considering these factors, we can evaluate the validity of different perspectives. This process helps us to develop a more nuanced understanding of complex issues. While absolute truth might be elusive, CCR emphasizes the importance of evidence and reason. It suggests that even if we cannot find absolute truth, we can still strive for interpretations that are well supported and logically sound. CCR emphasizes the importance of evidence and reason. We should strive for interpretations that are grounded in evidence and logical reasoning. This approach helps us to build a more accurate and reliable understanding of the world around us. By engaging in open-minded dialogue and critical reflection, we can challenge our own assumptions and learn from others. This collaborative process is essential for deepening our understanding. We can move closer to a more nuanced and accurate understanding of the world. Through continuous inquiry and reflection, we can navigate the complexities of truth and meaning in our ever-changing world.